Hi, folks. It's Keith Beardsley of the Beardsley Real Estate Team, www.beardsleyteam.ca. Here today with video number 3 on your steps to buying your first home. Everything we can do to make it easy. Now, in this particular video, we're going to be looking at inspections. Some of the things that buyers, especially first-time buyers anyways, don't think about when they're planning on what they're going to buy and how much of a down payment they have. But you really should do a couple of inspections, and one of them is going to be, for instance, a septic inspection. So most homes in the country, even many of the ones in the subdivisions and fairly new subdivisions, still have septic systems. Nothing wrong with that. They're perfectly safe. They're perfectly useful. They last quite a while as long as you treat them right. But they're expensive to replace, to get a new one. So when you're out there and you find a house that you like, that's one of the inspections that you should do. And I'm not going to go into all the details. It's quite involved. But good septic inspectors are out there. Every country agent has good ones that they trust. And again, it's going to cost you a little bit of money. So what's a septic inspection? Well, for the guy to go through and do the full inspection, you're probably looking round figures about $600, something like that. So, that's paid up front. Basically, he does the inspection, he expects to get paid. Whether that septic system passes or fails, that's up to the inspector, but you still have to have the money for that. The other inspection that's very important is a home inspection. Now, prices can vary quite a bit. So in this case, I reached out to Perry Campbell of a Buyer's Choice home inspection just to get an idea of some of the costs. And it really varies quite a bit. So you've got to shop around if you want. And again, go to your agent. Your agent has home inspectors that they trust. I know when when I have a buyer, I always give them 3 or 4 and say, here, they're all good. You pick the one you want. I'm not going to say you have to use one. I don't think anyone should ever do that. It's always up to the buyers to which person they use. And I always say, talk to them. Talk to each of them. See which ones you like. One of those is probably going to be able to help you out and, ask them for the prices of different things, all that type of thing. Now, Perry, if you look at it, basically your, home inspection is probably going to cost you $600 to $700. It will vary on the size of the house, and it's a big difference between, say, a 1,200 square foot bungalow and maybe a 2,400 foot big home, and we have both in the country, so it's going to vary. So when you're talking to the inspector, you have to give them an idea as to what house you're looking at, and they'll give you an idea as to the cost. Now, there's all sorts of extras you can add on, air quality tests and so on. Does that home have a wood-burning fireplace? In that case, it's going to need a WETT certificate, spelled WETT, which is a certificate that says it's installed properly, working properly, and so on. That will cost you probably another $250, $300. So these are all dollars that you have to have at hand, ready to use when you do your home inspections. So nothing wrong with them. Septic systems, for those of you that haven't used them, it's happy to help you out in a little bit there. I have a brochure, it's a free one. Go to my website, send us a message, say you'd like me to email you one, and happy to do so, just to help you out a little bit on your search. So there you go. This is what we're talking about with inspections. You're entitled to do them. I highly recommend them, especially in the country because there's such a variety of homes. You can be buying one from the 1890s right up to buying a new one. So there you go. Keith Beardsley of the Beardsley Real Estate Team, wishing you a great day.